Welcome, and thank you for joining us in this enlightening exploration of spiritual growth. In this video, we will discuss how becoming familiar with the more common sacred texts and teachings of various spiritual traditions can offer you a broader perspective on life, enrich your spiritual development, and foster deeper respect for all individuals and religions. Before we continue, if you have not done so, go ahead and subscribe, comment, and set notifications so that you can continue viewing videos like this one. Remember that you may contact us at 190vision.com. Sacred texts, whether the Bhagavad Gita, the Bible, the Quran, the Torah, or other revered scriptures, besides being foundational to religious beliefs, also serve as powerful guides for personal transformation. By studying and reflecting on the wisdom contained in these texts, we begin to see the common threads that unite us all in our quest for truth, compassion, and understanding. In this video, we will explore how engaging with teachings from different faiths helps broaden our worldview, encouraging us to embrace the beauty of diversity while deepening our own spiritual path. By learning about the shared values and universal truths across these sacred writings, we can transcend religious differences, promote respect, and foster harmony in our interactions with others. Join us as we uncover how the study of sacred texts can not only enhance your spiritual growth, but also nurture respect, empathy, and unity across the global spiritual community. Let's embark on this journey to a more inclusive, enlightened, and compassionate life. Sacred texts are revered writings that form the foundation of spiritual beliefs and practices. They offer profound wisdom and teachings about the nature of life, the universe, and the divine. These texts provide guidance, moral principles, and rituals to help individuals grow spiritually and live a life aligned with higher truths and a higher purpose. Sacred texts offer spiritual insights that encourage deep reflection and personal growth. They provide teachings on how to live a life of integrity, kindness, and wisdom. These texts often describe the nature of God or the divine, fostering a deeper connection to the spiritual realm. They offer timeless truths that resonate across cultures and time periods, helping individuals find universal meaning. Reading and reflecting on sacred texts often catalyze personal transformation by challenging limiting beliefs and encouraging spiritual evolution. Verses from sacred texts can be meditated upon, creating a space for deeper insights and awareness. Many sacred teachings are associated with rituals that align practitioners with the divine, providing structured methods for spiritual progress. Following is a little information on the more popular sacred texts from various spiritual traditions. Hinduism uses the sacred text called the Bhagavad Gita. In the Bhagavad Gita, the teachings of Lord Krishna encourage the practice of karma yoga, selfless action, bhakti yoga, devotion, and jnana yoga, knowledge. These principles guide one to act selflessly, surrender to the divine, and cultivate wisdom. By practicing selfless service and devotion, a person deepens their connection to God and cultivates humility and surrender. The Bible, particularly the Gospels and Pauline epistles, is used by Christians. Jesus' Sermon on the Mount, Matthew chapter 5 verse 7, teaches love, forgiveness, humility, and mercy. The Bible provides numerous teachings on how to live a life of compassion and grace. By embodying the teachings of love and forgiveness, one can deepen their relationship with others and with God, fostering personal healing and growth. Buddhism uses the Dhammapada. The Dhammapada contains sayings of the Buddha that focus on ethical conduct, mindfulness, and wisdom. A key verse is, "The mind is everything. What you think you become." By cultivating mindfulness and ethical conduct, one can overcome suffering, dukkha, and attain peace and liberation, also known as nirvana. Judaism focuses on the Torah, even though scholars also study the Kabbalah. The Torah teaches the importance of mitzvot, commandments, righteousness, justice, and devotion to God. The story of Abraham's unwavering faith exemplifies trust in God and spiritual commitment. By following the commandments, there are more than 10, and cultivating faith, one strengthens their relationship with the divine and lives a righteous life in service to others. Taoism uses the Tao Te Ching by Laozi. The Tao Te Ching emphasizes the importance of living in harmony with the Tao, the way, and teaches concepts like simplicity, humility, and non-attachment. Embracing the principle of Wu Wei, effortless action, leads to spiritual serenity, where one is no longer caught in struggle, but flows with the natural order. Islam uses the Quran. The Quran is the holy book of Islam, believed to be the literal word of God, Allah, revealed to the Prophet Muhammad through the angel Gabriel. It is considered the primary source of guidance for Muslims in all aspects of life, offering teachings on worship, morality, law, and spiritual growth. One of the most fundamental concepts in Islam is Tawhid, the belief in the absolute oneness of God, Allah. This principle asserts that there is no God but Allah, and everything in the universe is created by Him and exists within His will. Tawhid emphasizes that Allah is unique, eternal, and without any partners or associates. This principle encourages complete devotion, trust, and submission to Allah, while rejecting all forms of polytheism, idolatry, or associating others with God. Approach sacred texts with the intent to learn and grow. Let each passage serve as a prompt for reflection and self-discovery. Focus on specific verses or teachings and contemplate their deeper meanings. How do they apply to your life? As an example, be still and know that I am God, which is in Psalm 46 verse 10. Meditate on stillness and surrendering to divine presence. At 190 Vision, you can engage in live group or chatroom discussions to gain deeper insights from the perspective of others. As we say in the 190 Vision community, implementation is key. The true spiritual power of sacred texts lies in their application. Practice the teachings in everyday life. For example, if the Bhagavad Gita teaches selfless action, look for opportunities to serve others without expecting anything in return. Reflect on the teachings and how they impact your journey. Document changes you experience and insights gained. Following are practical applications of the sacred teachings of the popular religions. Christianity introduced the idea of the Golden Rule. This rule states, "Do unto others as you would have them do unto you." Matthew chapter 7 verse 12. To implement this rule, practice empathy and treat others with kindness, compassion, and respect. This can lead to more harmonious relationships and personal fulfillment. Buddhism introduced the concept of the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path. This concept states that the path to ending suffering involves understanding the nature of suffering and following the path of right speech, action, livelihood, and meditation. Properly applying this means to strive to practice mindfulness, ethical behavior, and meditation to reduce suffering and achieve spiritual liberation. Karma and Dharma are the foundations of Hinduism. The law of karma states that every action has consequences. Dharma refers to living in accordance with one's divine purpose. These two laws remind us to live ethically and in alignment with your purpose, understanding that your actions affect your spiritual and material journey. The concept of tzedakah was introduced by Judaism. Tzedakah refers to acts of charity and justice. It's seen as a moral obligation to help those in need. This means to actively participate in charity work or offer your time, resources, and energy to uplift others in your community. One fundamental principle in Islam is Tawhid, the belief in the absolute oneness of God, Allah. This principle asserts that there is no God but Allah, and everything in the universe is created by Him and exists within His will. Applying Tawhid means recognizing that every action in life should be done with the intention of pleasing Allah. Whether in prayer, work, or interaction with others, Muslims are encouraged to carry out their duties with the awareness that Allah is present and watching, and that every act, no matter how small, should be an act of worship if done with the right intention. In today's busy world, finding time to study sacred texts can be difficult. Set aside a few minutes each day for reading or contemplation, even if it's only 10 or 15 minutes. Some sacred texts may be difficult to understand due to language barriers or complex symbolism. Use translations or commentaries that explain the context and meaning behind the verses. In conclusion, knowledge of sacred texts and teachings are essential tools for spiritual growth, providing wisdom, direction, and a deeper connection to the divine. By engaging with these texts through study, meditation, and application, we can transform our lives and elevate our spiritual consciousness. Begin with one sacred text that resonates with you. Approach it with openness and allow it to guide your spiritual journey. Be patient and consistent, and remember that growth is a continuous process. Join a community like 190 Vision so that you surround yourself with like-minded individuals. If you enjoyed this video and have not done so, go ahead and like, subscribe, comment, and set notifications so that you can continue viewing videos like this one. Remember that you may contact us at 190vision.com.